So I received my first couple of hate comments regarding my music. What's up, guys? My name is David. Today I'm trying this one. I've tried this one before, and the reason I like this one, there's also the regular variation of the monster. There's also like another one from Nas. And the reason I like these is because they have a cap on. They're like way bigger, but they have a cap on. But I like these because whenever I'm like walking around, just on the move, these come in so handy because the cap prevents them from like becoming like to room temperature too quick. And if someone knocks them down, then these like protect them, you know? Okay, so this is what's going on my TikTok. If you guys aren't following me, go ahead and go follow me on TikTok. So anyway, I posted this video. I'm gonna see if I can link it here. If not, it's this one. I won't link it. I'll just show you here. In the video, I say I'm reacting to a verse, right? Implying that it's, I'm reacting to someone else's verse. But in reality, it's my verse on a song that I have with Priscilla and Teo. It's called Sometimes I. It's a remix of an original song called In My Mind. So go ahead and check it out. But the context is that on the description of the video, I put bars or no. I posted that yesterday, and this morning I got some comments on it. This is the first one, or I'll screenshot it and I'll put it here on like the screen or something. Okay. So the first one is this shy. This show fire. Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, burn it. Okay. And here's the next one. It says, so much hidden talent. Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. Keep it hidden though. That's hilarious. And then this last one is, oh nah, man. I don't know why that's the tone that I have in my mind. Of like, these are tears of laughter and not of pain. Just kidding. To be completely honest with you guys, these are not my first hate comments. These are not my first times I'm getting hate. They've been coming for a while, and they come in different formats. They come in different mediums. The truth is, I've been getting these type of like comments throughout my whole life, just in different ways, through different people. Sometimes from people that I even have like love for. I've heard the people that don't have the best intentions for me or for what I do. But I especially started experiencing it whenever I started this whole like music journey with like Bluswitch and everything. But I kind of want to tell you some things that I've instinctively just had to learn. Some things that I some things that I just naturally like I'm inclined to, and some things that I've instinctively had to learn throughout the process. Particularly the first couple of months when we started Bluswitch and we started releasing music, I automatically knew that there was going to be two different distinct like sides of the spectrum, where there was going to be complete and absolute love, the support from people, where people were going to, hey, you guys are embarking on this thing, let's go, like support, and which we did have that. And I also knew that there was going to be the other side of it, of where I know we weren't at full perfection, like we were still honing in on the craft, which we still are, but obviously at the time the quality was still not up to par to where I think it is today. So I knew there was going to be also that backlash of the hate comments, or the backlash of people being like, well, I don't know, it's kind of mid, you know? So I would have conversations with the artists at the time, where like I would prep them, and I would prep myself, because I know like I would, if I wasn't careful or we weren't careful, we would internalize these thoughts and think that these were actually attacking us. So I remember we would have conversations of like, hey, are we passionate about what we do? Like, do we love what we're doing? And then the consensus would be like, yeah, hey, like if we believe it and if we love it and we have like a bunch of joy doing it, then it doesn't matter. That would be our consensus. So we would put out music, and at the time like the quality, like I needed some help, but we were so passionate about what we believed in and what we did. And then even though it was like not that much quality, like there would still be people that would be affected by it. There would still be people that would like reach out and be like, hey, like this song just touched me, it changed something in me. So you can imagine those little like bursts of light would help us get through all the hate comments. As a creative, as an entrepreneur, as an artist, whatever you are and you're watching, how do we react to this? Or you feel like you hear it and you feel like they're attacking you. You feel like, oh, they hate me. The feeling can be where it's like, oh, like I'm not good at this, I should quit, I should give up, or whatever. But how do we react in a way where we don't let it get to us? So this is where I kind of I'm still working at this, by the way. I'm not trying to be like, yo, I've mastered this and this is mine. There's still times that like I think it'll catch me on the right day at the wrong time, and I'm just like, you know, where it stings a little bit. The first way that I think we should react, or the first kind of element that we need to decipher from the whole situation, is analyze and look at the context. If you're on TikTok, people are trying to be funny, then most likely in that type of context, I don't think the comment means much. That to me, that tells me that there's just people trolling, there's people just trying to be like funny, there's people that are trying to get a reaction, they're trying to insinuate some sort of like funny violence or whatever the case may be. It's always important to look at the context of things. If you see a comment like that on TikTok, a lot of people are just trying to get attention, and a lot of times like it'll be people that don't even like the type of art or style that you're doing. For example, if I'm doing R&B and someone who loves like country or mariachi stuff comments on it, why the heck would I care about what they say? Because they don't have any credibility or sense of notion or consciousness in whatever the music of R&B is. But see the context. Now, if the situation was where like I put a song singing and Justin Bieber like legitimately comments and he's like, hey, you're kind of off on the vocals, it was like a different type of context. That is different because Justin Bieber, being the world phenomenon that he is, actually has some valid truth to his there's some weight to his word. The second element of the way that we should react and just see criticism or hate is we have to be self-aware. We have to understand that we're not like perfect beings. We're constantly progressing. Obviously there's a level of subjectivity to everything. We still have the duty and the responsibility to be self-aware. Like if I'm putting out stuff, the drums are super loud that you can't hear the vocals, and the bass is so soft that you can't even distinguish it, and the guitars are so distortion that you can't even distinguish it, and the vocals are sounding like recorded through a garbage can, then yeah, like we have to be able to realize, hey, this is not the best quality. I didn't record this on like a Sony Studios level type of production. I recorded this in my room. This is the type of computer that I had. This is the type of interface that I had. Whatever the case may be, you have to be self-aware that, hey, I'm not there yet, obviously, but I'm working at it. Yeah, like, and you also have to be self-aware that, hey, like, I'm not Drake.
Sometimes I get stuck in my head. Thoughts if I should, if I could.
So my voice tone, my lyricism, my execution, my delivery, my flow, whatever, is not gonna be Drake. So if you're a Drake fan and you're getting a Drake vibe and you're comparing me to Drake, I'm always gonna fall short of that. And you kind of can't do one without the other, especially with this last one. And it's all comprised. They all work together hand in hand. The last thing I want to say is, like, you got to be able to separate the meat from the bones. Whenever you're eating a chicken or whenever you're eating like a T-bone or something, you got to be able to eat the chicken, eat the meat, and then not eat the bones. You know, because obviously the bones are not meant for consumption. If you guys want to debate that in the comments, feel free. The principle is that I'm gonna take what I can, and I'm gonna push away what I don't need. I remember when, like I was mentioning before, whenever we started releasing music through first couple of months through Bluswitch, there's also a lot of comments of people saying,
oh, well, you know, you guys should hire a professional mixer. You guys should hire a professional master guy that does all the mixing and the mastering.
we got a lot of hate. If I didn't know how to distinguish the meat from the bones, those comments probably could have they probably could have hindered the growth. If I would have internalized it and said, hey, wow, they're attacking me as a person. Wow, they hate me as a person. Why all these things? I probably could have just been, you know what, I'm not going to do music anymore, because I would have been so hurt. You have to be super passionate and super confident in what you're doing and love it so much that you're willing to withstand that. But at the same time, while I was hearing all this like hate or feedback or whatever, I knew and I was super aware of, like, okay, yep, the quality isn't there. We are recording on a 2011 MacBook and a simple Scarlett, like a Gen 1 Scarlett interface, barely figuring it out. So I know there was a bunch of limiting factors from the back end that people weren't noticing. This is what's crazy. I heard a quote once where they're talking about, it takes 2 years to make a movie that people are gonna watch in 2 hours and they're gonna judge in 2 seconds. There's so many factors, like 3 times as many factors working against us, and we're still making it happen. We're still choosing to, how do we keep pushing through? How do we keep pursuing? You know, How do we keep going? We have to be able to have the confidence to say, hey, I'm gonna be vulnerable and expose myself through this art, and I'm gonna put this out and hope that people gravitate to it, hope that people receive it well, but at the same time be scared of the backlash, be scared of the feedback, be scared of the hate. But hey, it's part of the process. And if you guys are going through this, let me know. I would love to hear some of your stories, and I would love to encourage you, and I would love to tell you, hey, you got this. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe.
Sometimes I get stuck in my head. Thoughts if I should have, I could have, I would have, when I could be grateful instead, when I could be thankful instead. I stay chasing